Morning, guys. I hope you guys are good. Firstly, before I start this session, I like to uh, say I want to make a sincerely apology to the person who requested that I cover in mathematics differentiation for taking longer to upload this video. I've been busy lately. Yeah, been busy lately with students because I am tutoring. I do private tutoring to his students, so I've been busy. I haven't had time to work on this content, but at least in Ogo, I finally got the chance. Okay, so guys, I will be doing a differentiation N4, ne? Mathematics N4. So I'm just gonna be simple and short in this when I'm defining a differentiation. Nah? Okay, a differentiation, guys, is is the rate of change. Okay, sorry, is the rate of what? Of change. That is it. Definition of a differentiation in simple terms is the rate of change of one variable with respect to the other variable. What do I mean? Let's say I have let's say I have two graphs up and this is graph A, straight line graph now. This is this is graph B, and now you don't let us call them, let us call them let us call them, let's say this one is G of X, and let's say this one is F of X. Okay, let me write, this is the X, this is the Y axis, this is the X axis. Guys, what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to show you by indoni it differentiation in a very simple way. Yeah, okay, guys, now it differentiation is a rate of change of one value to another. Né? For example, it differentiation in simple terms is, let's say, is a change in money Y over compared to the change in money, change in X. Okay, up and let us start with the red graph. Ne? Okay, as X increases, Y increases by a small amount. So the rate of change of F of X is smaller. But if you look at for the second graph, for this graph, as X changes by a certain amount, there is a large amount of change in money in Y. Hence, we usually say that G of X has a higher gradient than F of X. Basically, guys, this reveals something. Okay, derivative of a graph, it doesn't matter whether that graph is a curve or a quadratic curve. Derivative yayo isinika how much gradient. Yabo? Hence niyabona mos change in bani in y over with respect to change in x and one gradient. Okay, hence ke ngoku that means derivative of ubani derivative of f of x isinika intoni, isinika a gradient at any point along this function. It doesn't matter whether the graph is a curve. And if let's call this one h of x. If the graph is a curve, niyabona okay, if straight line must gradient is constant. And okay, a gradient is what? A constant, but kwintoni curve a gradient is not constant. And so a gradient at this point is not the same as a gradient at that point. Yabo? But us finding the derivative of f of h of x, we can actually calculate the gradient at any point. Singakwazi ubala gradient at any point along this curve. Let's say, okay, at this point a gradient go 2. Ane? Okay, ndizoqala ndithini, ndifune derivative ka h of x, then ndibale ngokuba okay substitute at this point gradient ngo-2, at this point gradient ngubani, ngo-5. I'm making an example. So differentiation allows us to calculate a gradient of any function. Yabo? Okay, it allows us to calculate a gradient of any function. For example, a more practical way of learning, let's say x was the time, v was the velocity, your y was the velocity. Change in what? Change in v over change in time, that is equivalent to indoni acceleration. So we can use those with science. So basically it means we are able to calculate the acceleration if curve yethu theni inje by calculating a gradient, by using indoni, by calculating the derivative of this function. Then we have basically found indoni a gradient of that function. We have found okay, if ixesha linyuka by, let's say time increases by 2 seconds interval, then velocity will increase by 4 meters per second. So that means if we add 4 seconds, that means uv ngubani, uv yena ngubani, 8 meters per second. If we add 6 seconds, that means uv is 12 meters per second. Now that is showing us the gradient of the curve, of which is a gradient velocity versus time indoni acceleration. Yabo? I basically defined ke ngoku indoni differentiation. Differentiation is the rate of change of y with respect to x. Yabo? Okay, but that is just defining a differentiation. But okay, why do we have to differentiate? Yeah, because we want to find the gradient of a line or a curve at any particular point. Yeah, I'm not gonna go get deeper into defining a first principle. I'm just gonna show you how do we apply a first principle, because the first thing esizoyenza so qale sithini differentiate the differentiate using a first principle. Before, there are many ways to differentiate. Before we start looking at other method, we must know the first basic one. I'm not gonna derive over high formula siyifumane njani, yabo, because never like leyo is to know the formula and know how to apply the formula. Okay, guys, at college we are doing what is called applied mathematics. Yabo, we are not deriving as mathematicians. Yabo, we are applying formulas as sinazo. Okay, a formula, yeah, the first principle. If define a differentiation, which is f prime x, and ndizoyifumana njani i-first derivative. Okay, izoba ngubani? Sorry, izoba equals to lim h as h approaches bani 0 over f of x plus h and minus f of x over h. This is the formula esiyisebenzisayo kakuthiwa basi differentiate using what? First principle. Okay, using first principle. Okay, so the first thing is to differentiate using this principle. Basikale ngale bathi f of x is equals to 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, we can see that, guys, this is a quadratic curve. Okay, you can see that this is a quadratic function, if I may say, and as they want us to find what? The first derivative using using the first principle. Okay, guys, the first thing that I have to do I need to find out about, okay, what is bani f of x plus h, then find out about, okay, what is f of x, of which is f of x nanko so sisorted kwelo cala nanko f of x. So mna mandifune bani h of x, your f of x plus h, so ndizoyisebenzisa blue color, f of x plus h is equals to, apho ndino x khona ndizofaka bani x plus h, so of which is minus 3 then x plus bani h squared. plus 2 yabo 2x. So need to open bracket x plus h plus bani plus y. Then the best thing is to simplify it. Is to simplify this f of x plus h. So negative 3, and it lena says but we make it 2 brackets, and 2 times x, that is 2x, and then 2 times h, that is plus 2h plus 1. Then minus 3, sorry, okay, open brackets, and again x times x bani x squared, x times h plus xh, then bengibani go h times x plus x h again, and then bengu h times h beng plus h bani squared plus, okay, city close brackets, plus 2x plus 2h plus 1. Okay, so basically guys, upper kule bracket ngizoba nabani x squared plus 2hx. Remember, okay, let me highlight, these two are like terms, and okay, plus h squared, and plus 2x plus 2h plus 1 plus 1. Okay, then we can multiply lo 3 ke ngoku, and we can multiply lo 3 in. So negative 3 times x squared, that is negative 3x squared, negative 3 times 2hx, that is going to be negative 6hx. Then Leo Kabela soba no negative 3h what squared plus 2x plus 2h plus bani plus 1. Siphinde sijonge, but we still have intoni other like terms. Okay, sibona ba okay, no asinazo ezinye like terms. So nanku ke ngoku bani, this is our f of h plus f of x plus bani h. Okay, the next thing what I do next is I find obani oba o f of bani, o f of h, o f of x plus h minus f of x. So I'm looking for bani o f of x plus h minus f of x. Okay, so opho f of nangu bani o f of x plus h nglobe ndiqobo mbala, which is ndizomzom substitute engokapha minus 3x squared minus 6hx minus 3h squared ibe ngu plus 2x, then ibe ngu plus 2h, and ibe ngubani being plus 1. Okay, the substitute lena, then sibe no minus sizothi minus f of x. So ndizoti open brackets opo f of x inansi, anditsho it's bani it's minus 3x squared. Okay, guys, lo minus mos kulona uphi kulona ulapha. I'm saying open bracket because in negative will affect the sign that is inside, that is inside. Okay, minus 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, so must simplify on 3x squared minus 6h x minus 3h squared plus 2x plus 2h plus 1 izoba lena negative ka multiply in pha izoba ngibani ku plus 3x bani squared, then ibe minus 2x, then ibe ngibani ku minus 1. Then masijonge ke ngoku like terms. Yabo like terms esinayo eka x squared nansi le negative 3x nobani no positive bani 3. So ziyathini? So ziyacancelishana nditsho. Okay, eyiphenye like term esinayo ku 2x no negative bani no negative 2x, so they cancel. Eyiphenye esinayo i-like terms ku 1 nobani no negative 1, so 1 minus 1 siyacancelishana. Okay, so siyabona ke ngoku i-value ka f of x plus h minus f of x is equals to kubani is equals to bani negative 6hx minus 3h squared plus bani plus 2h. Okay, ithini le formula? Ithi mandithathe ubani f of x plus h minus f of x dimdivide ngobani? Dimdivide go h. Okay, of which is thina sothi ka siqhubeka ke ngoku sithi sithi okay lim, okay, h as h approaches 0 siyibalile, andithi siyibalile yonke le nto ipha ku-numerator nantsi siyibalile, it's negative bani 6 hx minus basically ngoku guys I am substituting le nto into the formula minus 3h squared plus 2h over bani over h. So if siyabona pha kwi-numerator sinentoni? Sine common what? Sine common factor. Sine common factor. Okay, lo common factor ke kubani ku h. So let us take out that common factor. Lim h approaches 0. Okay, so bani h negative bani. So let's take out h, sorry. Is about so share negative 6x minus bani 3h plus bani 2 I took out h as a common factor, of which is uzokhanselishana nobani nale, ane, of which is, guys, if sithi h approaches bani 0. Okay, let me write it again. Lim h approaches bani 0. Remember, let's check on about negative 6x minus 3h plus bani plus 2. If h is approaching 0, le value lena iyathini iyasuka, because remember, any number multiplied by 0, ne? For example, negative 3 times bani 0 izoba ngubani? Izoba ngu-0. That means ke ngoku sizosheka nobani i-derivative yethu of f of x izoba ngubani? Equals to negative 6x plus bani plus 2 plus 2. We have basically differentiated using the first principle. Yabona, for example, kule question bathi, okay, remember ndithe if sifuna ubona i-gradient at any point, we use intoni? I-first derivative of a function, of which is i-first derivative. Siye sasebenzisa i-first principle to get a first derivative, of which is a first derivative yethu bani ku-negative 6x plus 2. Then equation ithi, let us find intoni? I-gradient. I-gradient iba ngubani? I-gradient yale curve at x is equals to negative 1. At x equals to negative 1. But why they are saying at? Guys, a gradient ye curve is not constant. Yabo? For example, let's say I'm making an example now. Let's say this curve is like this. Okay? A gradient at this point is at its lowest. But a gradient upper is at its nalapa, ne? Sorry, let me use a different color. A gradient clear point, now clear point are at their what? Highest. A gradient ye curve ayikho constant njenge gradient ye straight line. So equation ithi thina, if we can find the first derivative of a curve, we can calculate a gradient and at any point along that curve. Yabo, of which is upper bathi must calculate a gradient when at bani x is equals to 0. So the f of bani f prime of bani negative 1 is equals to, the substitute bani negative 1, 6 minus 1 plus bani plus 2. That means negative 6 times negative 1, that is 6, and plus 2, that is 8. Okay, that means, guys, a gradient at x is equals to negative 1 is 8. That means, guys, the change in y over change in x is equals to 8 at bani x is equals to negative 1. Okay, guys, I'm just only gonna do 2 more questions on a first principle, then I'm done with a first session of this video series. For example, I'm done with part 1, then I'm gonna do part 2, whereby we'll be using is standard differentiation formulas, whereby we'll be using formulas to differentiate. Guys, apha abantu ndisengayazi uba basekuthini kabe tshintshe u-x bafake u-t or bafake any alphabet, it doesn't change anything. When what you look at uthiwa man differentiate bani u-f of bani of t, that means uT wam sorry, uT wam is basically ngu-x wam. So a formula for f of t would be like this. Lim h approaches bani 0 over f of t. T f prime t is gonna be lim h approaches 0 t your f of t plus bani h minus f of t over h. sorry. So guys, the first thing I said was basiqale sibale bani f of t plus h. So let's put that f of t plus h, meaning which, guys, where there is t I put in brackets t plus h. For example, a sibe nobani not t squared, so I'm gonna say t plus h squared, okay, plus b open brackets t plus h and plus bani plus c. Okay, so let us simplify. A open bracket t plus h open brackets again t plus h. Remember, they are multiplying those values. T plus h, then upper we can multiply b in, so izoba ngubani bt, then ibe ngubani plus b izoba ngu-b t plus bh plus bani plus c. I'm still simplifying now. Apha nzoba a and t times t izoba ngu-t squared, t times h izoba ngu plus ht, then h times t izoba ngubani plus ht, then h times h izoba ngubani plus h squared and plus b t plus plus bh plus c. Okay, so inside the bracket kasi simplifier siyabona i-like terms ku-h t no ht, so soba no t squared plus 2h t plus h squared, okay, plus b t plus bh plus c, and we multiply that a in. A times t squared go a t squared, a times bani 2h is bani plus 2ah, and then a times h squared is bani plus ah bani squared plus bt plus bh plus c. Do we have any other like terms? Okay, we don't have any other like terms. So guys, this means that f of t plus h is equals to this, ne? Okay, sibuyele kwi-formula yethu, ne? Looking at our formula, we see that we have to find ubani f of t plus h minus f of t. So ndizoqala ndiyifinde separately. So f of t plus h minus f of t is equals to substitute ke ngoku kule nto siyibhalileyo. F of t plus h nanku, ne? Simbalile ecaleni nanku. It's a t squared plus 2a plus h, ne? Plus a h squared plus bt plus bh plus c minus, ane? Sithe it's what? Minus, yabo? Open brackets, yabo? Open brackets, opo f of t. Or f of t, naye kusinaye, it's the original question, ne? It's the original function, which is a t squared plus bt plus bani c. Okay, continuing, sizoyisimplify ke ngoku le nto. A t squared plus 2ah plus ah squared plus bt plus bh plus c. We see that, okay, kasi multiply the negative inside, we're gonna have minus a t squared, and again sizoba no minus bt, again ke sizoba no minus bani, minus c. Masi simplify ke ngoku by looking at the like terms. For example, i-like terms oqala endizibonayo ngu-8 squared, enye ibe ngu-negative 8 squared. That means ziyathini? Ezi ziyacanceleshana because enye i-positive, enye i-what? I-negative. Then inye i-like term endiyibonayo ngubani? Ngu-b t no minus b t, of which is ne opposite sign, so ziyathini? Ziyacanceleshana, ane? Then sibe no enye i-like term ekhoyo ngu-c, which is positive, then on you see it's minus, ane? So they cancel. So that means, guys, that means f of t plus h minus f of x is your minus f of t, sorry, minus f of t is equals to bani 2ah plus plus h squared, and yours, sorry, plus ah squared plus bani plus bh, and pelele apho, ne? Then ke ngoku le nto sizoyisubstitute phi kwi-formula because sesiyibalile sayisimplifya. So into yethu izoba njani? Izoba f prime of x lim, and h approaches what? 0, and in numerator sesiyibalile, ne? Sayisimplifya, which is 2ah plus ah squared plus bh over h. Sorry. Then we're gonna have to now factor out h as our common factor. Lim h, and approaches 0. Okay. Izoba ngubani? Soba no h outside 2a, and plus ah plus bani b, and over h. So h bayathini? Bayacanceleshana, ne? Once you have done that, so sheka nobani lim h approaches bani 0, 2a plus ah plus bani plus b. We can see that if h is approaching 0, that means we are saying a times what? Times 0. Anything multiplied by 0 was 0. So this one would be cancelled out. So f prime, therefore f prime, okay, first derivative is 2a plus bani, plus b. Yeah, well guys, it's simple done. Okay, you see how simple it is. Let's say I'm gonna do the last one. Let's say bati basifune f of t. Basifune i-derivative apha ne 1 over 2 t squared. Sorry. Okay. Formula yethu ithini? Siyibhale futhi. F prime of t is equals to bani? Lim h approaches what? 0 over f of t plus bani plus h minus f of t over h. Okay. So thina masiqale sifune bani? F of t plus h. That means apho kuno t khona sifaka u-t plus h. So let me use the blue color. F of t plus h is gonna be 1 over 2. Yabo apho kuno t khona sifaka bani? U-t plus h. Then we go squared. That means it's gonna be 1 over 2 t plus h, then t plus h. So 1 over 2, then must is a multiplier must. So t times t ngubani? T squared, then is over 2 ht, then bengu plus h squared. See, simplify further again. We'll go 1 over 2 times t squared is going to be 1 over 2 t squared. Then 1 over 2 times 2 bani. 1 over 2 times 2 ht is obang bani. Remember, into ezokwenzeka o2 bazothini? Bazo cancellation. So sisheka nobani? No h. Second sisheka no 1, because 1 over 2 times 2 bani, it's 1 ne? The 2's cancels. And sisheka no bani? No ht plus h bani squared. Yabona, basically we have found bani or f of t plus bani h. Yabo. Now that you have found f of t plus h, mele sifune bani f of t plus h minus f of t. F of t plus h minus f of what? Of t. Sorry. Then guys, now that we found ubani f of t plus h, some simplifier, some balapans, some substituter up, 1 over 2 t plus h t plus h squared minus okay guys, upper I can't need band fakana ne bracket because this is a monomial. There's only one term. The reason besifake bracket pana, there were 2 terms, of which is negative does affect the sign. Yeah, because there's only one term, we can just say minus 1 over 2 t squared. Okay. of which is in like terms apha siyazibona nas 1 over 2 t squared, then being minus 1 over 2 t squared. So they cancel, then as equaling it, that means f of t plus h minus f of t is equals to h t plus h squared. Okay, so sizomsubstitute aphi, sizomsubstitute apha kwi-formula, so into yami izothi f prime of t is equals to lim h approaches 0, h of t plus h minus f of x sesimbalile some simplifier, which is nangu ku h t plus h bani squared over h, so if we take out h as common factor, so bano h open brackets t plus h, o h baya cancellation, sisheke no lim h approaches what, 0, t plus h. Yeah, more now h is approaching 0, that means going with 0, our final answer would be f prime of t, f prime of t is equals to, because leni izoba ngo 0, izoba ngo t. So basically guys, that is basically it when you are doing a first principle. When you are doing a first principle, first calculate le not of x, we simplify, after doing that we calculate again f of t plus h minus f of t, we simplify yodwa ne xa usogqibile ke ngoku uzoyisubstitute kwi-formula yakho then ufactorize bani u-h, then izokhanselisha lo h utheni usezantsi always, yabo. So in simple terms guys, we first look for bani f of x plus h, simenze simplify, then ke ngoku we look for f of x plus h minus f of x, simenze simplify, then sizothini sizomsubstitute. We see that i-common factor yethu ngu-h, then izokhanselisha lo h ukwi-denominator, then we can now remove ulim as h approaches 0, because lena is le term izoba no h izoba ngu-0, so iyakhanselisha, sishiyeke nobani minus 6x plus 2. And guys, kabethi find the gradient of a curve or the gradient of a line, uyayazi uba you do intoni, a first derivative. A first derivative will always give us the gradient of a function, of any function, yabo. Doesn't matter whether it's a curve or not, it's just that kwi straight line a gradient, noba ungabala, if ngabala gradient at x is equals to -1, then ndiphinde ndibale a gradient at x is equals to 5, kwi straight line I should get the same gradient, yabo, kwi straight line, because a gradient a straight line is constant, but a gradient a curve is not constant. So xa ndibala a gradient at x is equals to 1, ayizofana i-value xa ndibala a gradient at x is equals to 5. But i-formula endizoyi-aplya, for example kulena le question besiyenze kuqala nqa, formula apply is the same formula, which is the first derivative of that function. So substitute bani, substitute to -1 sabona ba i-gradient ubani go-8. Let's say sibala i-gradient at x is equals to bani 5. So izoba ngubani, f prime of 5 is equals to -6 5 plus 2. Then kawibala lonto, it should give you, okay, plus 2. It should give us negative negative 28. Yabona i-gradient at x is equals to -1 ubani go-8, but as x is equals to 5, i-gradient ubani go-negative 28. It makes a lot of sense because a gradient kwi-curve ayifani, it's not constant. But if lento besibala kwi-gradient was not a curve, it was a straight line, at any x value you would get the same answer because a gradient of a straight line is constant. So guys, this is the first part of i-video ye-differentiation. The next thing engizoyenza ke ngoku will be doing the same thing. We'll be doing differentiation using standard formulas. Using standard formulas, ndizonibonisa ezo formulas and ndizonibonisa about how to apply them. Then enye esizoyenza senze nezinye, the sum rule of differentiation, for example. Then senze nentoni, senze ne differentiation of exponential and logarithmic function. Then senze nentoni, differentiation of trigonometric function, and then senze the chain rule for differentiating a function of a function. Yabo, so andikayigqibile series. This is still the first part of this video because sekhona nentoni, the product and quotient rule for differentiation. Yabo.